And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Knocks it into space, and he's intervened well there.
Peter, I can't recall a better leader of the line than Marco van Basten.
A great scorer of goals, and of course a scorer of great... And Messi! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Saka. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ooh, a delicate chip through. Messi. Francisco Conceição. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Now, can they get him away? Well, that has not gone well. And he can clear it away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Van Basten. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe. Foden could try cutting inside here. Showing good feet. Oh, it's played into the area. Tries to get it clear. And he's there to get it away. Messi. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Plays a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Ball's gone out of play. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Conceição. No, that was never going to make it. Inacio powering forward here. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we are already promptly... Mbappe! And it's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Al Nassr with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Van Basten! Francisco Conceição gets it away. Shifted it to the flank. It's a pretty loose pass. Al Nassr are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And that has put paid to that. Saka. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he thumps it clear. And this is Messi. Nice-looking ball. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Mbappe! It's a good run down the left-hand side. That is lovely. Drives it in.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Done delicately. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's come loose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Wow. Saka! They want to be quick to recover this. And it's Rodri. He's gone for goal! Just too high. Chalobah. Looking for a runner.
India really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. India bow out. Defeat sealing their fate. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's forced to go back. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's come to nothing. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's out for a goal kick. Now then, Jim, what can you tell us about the extraordinary Luis Figo?
Well, he's one of Portugal's most decorated players, possibly the best of their so-called golden generation. He was certainly amongst the most elegant and the most stylish. I think in essence, he's a traditional winger whose game is all about beating people to the byline and getting those crosses in.
Can he get on the end of this? That's a shade optimistic. Beckenbauer, a player of legendary status.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Now that's well seen too. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. That's the throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Rooney. Great vision. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Messi. Well read, nice interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's found a way through. Ambrosini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Knocks it into space. Otto. It's a promising position. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
India really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
And it's Otto. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Otto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't face-to-face with the keeper. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Maldini gets it clear. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And here's Haaland, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just about within shooting range. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Dundee are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Caceres. Rooney. Cruyff is wide and looking to get onto this. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
He's on it, can he get away? Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Rooney. Looking to play him in. That is ended up in no man's land.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Williams. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Nico Williams.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's there to belt it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time. And the action has already restarted. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Haaland! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Dundee with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Cruyff. Threads one in. Williams. Picked out brilliant, and the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Alexander-Arnold gathers from the goal kick. And this is Ronaldo. And he thumps it clear. And reached the midway point in extra time. So 15 minutes to find a winner, but is there anything left in the tank?
Substitution on the field, number 18, Mbappe.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner?
Coming on the field, number
105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it.
That's positional gold.
Goes for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's Caceres. There's the shot! India have the chance to go the other way. Now, what about a counter-attack? Driving forward. Now it's Via. Rooney. Oh no. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Maldini. Cruyff. Caceres providing an outlet on that flank. And he's heaved it away. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Yeah, the longer it went on, it kind of became inevitable that it would end this way, and while each defence can be proud, they've got very little say from here. It's up to the keepers now.
So after 2 long hours, it comes down to nerve, to technique under pressure, to penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo is first to take the long walk. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
David Villa is the next to run the gauntlet.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
This then to level matters. And the keeper's come up trumps.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
This to double their advantage. Oh, the keeper could have stood still and stopped it. 2 to the good. India can't afford to miss another one. Utterly decisive, right down the middle.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Dundee are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Oh, good take, keeper committed himself. And he's put them 2 in front. India at the point of no return. It's saved, and it's over. India fall short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. As cruel as that is, the 2 sides had been inseparable after 2 hours of action. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Searching pass he's played there. Now he's got space here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Torres. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's an imaginative pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
India clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Shot could be on. And the keeper has it. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neymar receives it in a wide position. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Spread it left. Now it's Neymar. Ball's gone out of play. Torres. And here's Neymar. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Fernando Torres. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Foden. That's good play. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rafael Leao going full steam ahead down the left flank. Foden. He has found a way through.
Oh, great feat, that.
He is just caressing the ball. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, nice touch. Foden! Wonderful save, and it's come back out to him. No, poor contact, nothing on the shot. Caught offside that time. That's really well cleared. Oh, terrible pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Bauten. No foul, says the referee. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. Foden! It's in! The breakthrough strike! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Substitution for Sporting. Number 11, Fernando Torres. Number 23.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Sporting have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Batistuta. Now it's Bale. It's a searching pass. Not the most accurate pass. Sporting looking to pass their way through. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's the chance to counter.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Nicked it back promptly.
Such good technique.
He's found the way through. Played in deep. A header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Showing good feet. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Picked out brilliantly. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Francisco Conceição.
That's good play from him.
Looking to play him in. And the ball is out of play. Howson.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Threads one in. Mess. And the finish! It's in! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. In the end, then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much, and the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for options for movement. Rice cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. Deftly away. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's there to retrieve it. Tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's having a shot! There it is! There is the breakthrough! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know. India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's heaved it away and reclaimed it in a trice. That's a cute ball. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Williams. Out towards the flank. Conceição. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's intervened well there. Neto.
Bangladesh really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are
He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Bellingham. Francisco Conceição chips it through. That has been cut short. And this is Ronaldo. That has been slung wide. Good take and big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Koundé gets it clear. Quality ball. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chalobah with the clearance. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves. Too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
He has found the way through. Messi. Koundé does well to stand up to him.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nico Williams. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. It's a sharp pass. Played back in. Shot could be on. Conceição. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Bangladesh couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
This might spell danger. Chalaba gets good distance on it. Aims beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Backward it goes. Mbappe. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe. Number 17, De Bruyne. Coming on the field, number 21.
Knocks it into space. Well time, excellent interception.
Number 22.
He's shifty, decent chance! That is decidedly lacking. Oh, there's a probing ball. Looking for the run. Great vision. Look at chance! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Number 8.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Now it's Rodri.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. The final 5 minutes.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked
Two
decent.
added
They just
minutes
couldn't
have
pick
been
out
indicated.
that killer ball.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that is that. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something. So just moments away from that important time where every team in the land reveals their first hand. Some feeling obliged to win it, some glad merely to be in it. But whatever the backstory of each of them may be, this is the day, the only day where everyone is equal. That feel-good factor so keenly pertinent, something all of us here keenly indulge and enjoy. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So, for the first time this season, the thoughts of Jim Beglin.
Yeah, people have short memories in football. It's all about this new season now. The fans are seeking a statement start, and it's all down to these players to turn up and deliver right from the off.
And as you can see, we've already started here. They all hope for a strong start here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I really like the look of this guy, Foden, who, to me, is a player who has a bit of everything. An eye for goal, quick feet, great vision, and a willingness to take on his defensive duties when required. Although he's probably best deployed out on the right, where his best attacks seem to emanate.
Okay, interesting. Alexander-Arnold, can he get onto this? Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now he's got space here. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Great chance! It's fallen kindly here. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
So it is still 0-0. Can he get on the end of this? Alexander-Arnold. That's good play. Can he finish? It's there! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
After 25 minutes is number 10, Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Phil Foden.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Great vision. And it's made its way to him. Looking for the run. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well measured. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Big chance! Takes a shot! He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It's a good run down the right. He's picked his way through. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, well played. Plenty of numbers back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
So, for the first shoots! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Nicely spread. Gets into some space. Showing good feet. Oh, super ball. That has been knocked clear. Oh, that's a key interception. This looks promising. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. And that is as far as they're going to go. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team...
Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cleared without complication. Now it's Mbappe, picked out Foden! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
The goal scorer after 68 minutes is number 10, Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's gone looking for safety. Played into space, and he was quick to react. And that is out of play.
Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Foden. Foden! And that is doing no harm at all.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Vidal.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Hops for safety. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
There will be 3
Great
minutes
ball, and he's in
added
here.
time.
Probing pass. Now that's well seen too. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that's it. That is a very, very tidy start. Reason for great satisfaction, great optimism ahead of what we are... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, for a defender, Peter, Andy Robertson's style of play is more akin to that of a wing-back or even a wide attacker. Time after time, you see him make those overlaps, those marauding runs, providing support, the essential piece in any team looking to play on the front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Robertson.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he plays one through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Lobbed in behind. Nicely worked. That is a brilliant interception. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That's good running with the ball. Now this could be a chance. Now here's the terrific header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Robertson. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, and there is the half-time whistle. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Crosses it into the area. And that is expertly dealt with. There's a searching pass. Messi. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. That's a shade optimistic. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Spread out to the left. "60 minutes played. He's being urged to shoot. Mbappe! It's in! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution on the field, number 25.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
So the first moment of real bullish header, and the keeper couldn't hold it. He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
After 66.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else.
Chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Substitution on the field, number 24.
There's going to be another change here.
Coming on the field, number 11, number 29.
Forward it goes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Out to the right. Played out towards the right wing. Threads one in. And he's picked out the run. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Nicely spread.
Well, that might be
There will
that,
be
Peter.
5
Maybe
minutes
both
added
sides just
time.
going to have to settle for the draw now. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Great vision. And he was quick to react. So that's it. It is all over. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination.